Hello everybody, how's everyone there? Mega Kita desu. Alright, today we are going to talk about Nijisanji, but more so onto the fan base for today's topic. I know some people will be like saying like, am I gonna get myself cancelled, or am I trying to go against the Nijisanji defender, the fan base, the old shit supporter of Nijisanji along the line? Not really, I'm just giving my take along the line. It's all random chat. Take it with a huge spin of sword, prepare a packet of sword and throw it at the screen that you're watching me right now if you really need to, but then again understand that I'm just giving my take. And for today's topic, why am I going to talk about Nijisanji fanbase? Well, the thing is, right, the whole situation, all the story I'm going to talk about for today that happened within Nijisanji is mostly, in my take, feel more towards like the fan base, the defender, anyone who call themselves a supporter of Nijisanji seems to be, in my take, seems to be very questionable. Seems to be something along the line of either coming out with berserk reasoning or coming out with just downright doing something that is questionable in a way. So all in all, I will giving you guys a few story, a few of what happened in a nutshell. More of the video detail will be, I will link up to the right source, so you guys I will put up the video, like let's say if Squirrelvt is talking about it, or Lydia, the Vtuber, also talk about it, then I will link up to their video in the description below, so you guys can check it out for more further detail. But understand that I'm just giving a little bit of nutshell, as well as the whole situation, what actually happened. So story number one, Nijisanji Scarlet got cancelled by fan. It is covered by quite a few people for this case. I mean, like when it comes to Nijisanji situation. So anyone who know in regard is that Scarlet had went to Japan, and apparently, well, in Japan, she decided to eat some cake of Starbucks Japan. So she wanted to enjoy a moment. She is the first time apparently to Japan along the line. Maybe she had been a few times, but as Scarlet, maybe I think she just want to have a cake along the line. So more video talk about Lydia-san talk about it, Blue Squirrel-san earlier you guys saw talk about it, he also talk about it, as well as Des also talk about it over for eating cakes. So more all in all, they talk about the situation. As per what happened is that as Scarlet wanted to eat Starbucks cake, she got called out due to eating Starbucks cake. So basically what happened is that anyone who knew about the war within the Middle East along the line knew there is a war, and apparently some company like Starbucks, McDonald's, or some other company support the war in a way, and people are mad, so they put up a so-called boycott list and wanting everyone to boycott the those company in a way, with one of them being Starbucks. So what happened when one of the livers went to enjoy a cup of coffee from Starbucks, or maybe some cake from Starbucks, people are going to her live stream or the live stream to bash them for it. Maybe you can call it harassment, trying to cyberbully her, or maybe even to the point of apparently harassing her in a way of cancelling. That's the best way to go. So all in all is what basically happened within recently to Scarlet-san. She kind of like doubled down a little bit by saying that do not talk about politics within her live stream. Some people say that the war is not politics, even though technically when you trying to add in your so-called propaganda along the line, that's just in a way can be a form of politics in a way. But understand that some people kind of talk about it more. I will talk about more on that later on, but it's more towards that this is basically what happened. Second thing that actually happened at the same time, more towards like just only reasoning in a way, is that apparently Japan, Nijisanji Japan first gen talents, Moira-san is so-called to be going on a 1 year hiatus. Understand, 1 year hiatus. So far people saying that it could be a stealth graduation, people saying that she is going on being a suspension along the line, and it is due to something that caused a lot of backlash within again by some by the fan apparently. over some issue, and people are angry to the point that they want her to be out along the line or whatsoever. And is it true or not? I'm not sure about that point of the story, but I understand that the person behind the talents behind that Moria's son is having a new IP, a new model, and she's going along the line of being an indie, and she is live streaming already as another person, not under a talents of Nijisanji along the line. So it is so-called stated that the 1 year hiatus for that talents may be some sort of self-graduation or termination along the line. Again, it is based on what I know, based on the news that I've seen, it is very likely due to fan bashing her due to most some issue more on the story by Lydia-san, as well as I'm pretty sure Bluesquirrelvt kind of talk about it. Yes, Bluesquirrelvt also talk about it. So I will link up those video up so you guys can check it out and understand more from their point of view. But kindly take note, I am just taking my view on the Nijisanji fan base. I will talk more later on that, but more into those situations, I do check out their video to understand more. The thing I would also kind of that in regards to Nijisanji is Nijisanji band critique. It's covered by Lydia-san, as well as I'm pretty sure I kind of like remember someone else also to cover about me, but I will just say that for now I can only show you guys Lydia-san is talking about it. So basically what actually happened is that Nijisanji band critique. So what actually happened? Well, the thing is, right, just in case, just to clarify that before I give more takes. Yes, Bluesquirrelvt was the one who talked about it too. Okay, basically what all in all is actually happened is that Nijisanji recently in Reddit had decided to remove posts that are giving critique or talking anything that is bad about Nijisanji as a whole. And anyone know very well the moderation within Nijisanji Reddit group is mostly done by their talents. There's not a lot of people that is like being hired to do the modding in Nijisanji. So often more than not is tend to be the talents doing it. And based on what I do know is that there is seemingly a trend of a lot of people who talk bad about Nijisanji or anyone giving critique about Nijisanji being so-called deleted their posts or downright banned from their Reddit along the line. I previously talked about Nijisanji once. I talked about being a critic, and Lucas-san seems to so-called hate those critics along the line. Is he the one to do the blocking? I do not know. But understand that I will link up that video of me talking about Nijisanji being a critic hater along the line in that description below more. So if you guys want to check it out after the video. Everything will be in the description below, so you guys can check it out after that. But the thing is, right, what Nijisanji did along the line was just so-called ban or removing posts that is anything that is talking bad about Nijisanji, so-called removing critique about Nijisanji along the line. And it just happened quite recently, kind of got a lot of people mad or downright just find it weird along the line. But again, I will point out why I feel like everything is in regards to be the fan base in a way. So kind of like let me just talk about this more so you guys can understand along the line, as well as the last thing that I know this is going to link up to the final order take, but understand that there is also a situation where Nijisanji defender or their fan base or the Oshi supporter along the line are actually trying to so-called put up their attempt to verify that don't attack the liver, don't attack the company. What Tokibird is want to move along the line while you guys keep on hating on Nijisanji along the line? Why do you guys want to critique about Nijisanji along the line? You guys just can't move on. We try to reason it with you. You guys are just hating on Nijisanji along the line, and they come up with a lot of weird reasoning along the line to trying to defend Nijisanji. So Nijisanji Defender putting up their story both on Twitter as well as on Reddit, and it got a lot of people to post a few comments, and it got even more of them even denying other people's point of view, and it's kind of just seemed weird all in all. I mean, like, understand that all of this happened recently due to it got worse. Like overall it got even worse, even to the point that the situation kind of like just that went downhill for Nijisanji in many ways. I previously talked about the issue which I believe seems to be that Nijisanji is pumping out worse drama after the league contract. The league contract which Legal Mindset or Andrew Sun had actually posted on his live stream talking about it. I had talked about the previous situation, the ripple effect of that league contract. So if you guys are interested on that, I'll put up this video in the description below so you guys can check it out later and understand more why I will believe that that league contract may lead to more situation, as well as it will also answer some of the things that I'm going to discuss about the story that I mentioned earlier. Another thing I do want you guys to go and check out is the 4 key phrase to madness plus that final line. Previously I talked about this, and understand that in my video which I taught previously, I do recommend you guys to check it out before you guys can understand why I will pointing that this whole story will be. But if you guys don't have that time, I will give you the kind of like a summarized version. But if you guys got the time to and wish to understand more on why I believe the 4 key phase to madness is very important, and it will be referred to in my take to the Nijisanji Defender, the Nijisanji Fanbase, the Nijisanji Oshi supporter along the line. And if you guys look at the whole situation, you guys will probably understand why I say that this whole situation does seems to be weird in my take. But then again, do understand that it is your decision to watch it, but it will there will be more detail in that video. So the 4th phrase, just to understand, let you guys have a key point, is that number 1, emotion, like hate, jealousy, dislike. Then there is a second thing, obsession, fixation on the thing, or unable to move on, or just keep on thinking about thing again and again and again. Number 3 would be coming out with weird reasoning that people unable to understand or to accept, but yet to the person who is come out with the reason they think is logical to them, they kind of like reject reality in a way. Number 4, the so-called the final key phrase is full denial. Understand that when you guys understand that when I say the word full denial, it just basically they could not accept other people's point of view. They just really kind of like build up a fortress, a mental fortress along the line. They do not accept other people's point of view. They don't want to accept other people's point of view, and if people don't accept their view, people are against them along the line. The final line, again, understand that the final line is more towards the final line to make them insane, to crazy along the line. And a lot of Nijisanji fan base had shown themselves to be in the 3rd phase, which is basically coming out with weird reasoning, or in the case of being the 4th phase, which is full denial. So more detail on the situation in the in that video, so you guys can check out the description below to understand more on that. And for now, we are going to talk about Nijisanji Fanbase. Well, okay, the whole situation, which I believe as a whole happening, I personally believe that Nijisanji Fanbase may actually again in my video talk about the 4th phase, that they are showing sign of coming out with weird reasoning or full denial in a way. So why would I say that? Number 1 thing that you guys have to understand that well, some of the stories seems to show like sign of being hate, the emotion or obsession, which is basically fixating on one thing and unable to move on. Most of them seems to be showing phase 1, phase 2. But why would I say most in my take seems to be showing third phase and fourth phase? It is basically coming out with real reasoning or coming out with full denial in a way. So number one thing you guys have to understand that when it came to so-called defender of Nijisanji, when you look at Scarlet enraging the defender in a way by eating Starbucks cake, who is the one that is trying to put her cancellation on the cancellation list or trying to put trying to harass her, bully along the line? Is the fan base, is the defender. The thing is, right, it's kind of got me really wondering, like, how would they go along the line of supporting so-called them calling themselves a defender of Nijisanji when they go to the point of coming out with reasons that do not make sense just because someone eats Starbucks cake. The thing is, right, all in all, I mean, like, when you come to talk about do Starbucks support the war, or do McDonald's support the war, or do any other company support the war between some country versus some country along the line? One of my understanding is that do Japan support the war in the first place? If you actually look at some of the company like Starbucks, McDonald's, are they actually a company that belong to USA? Well, the thing is, right, what you guys may not be most people will not be able to understand is that McDonald's Japan and Starbucks Japan, or maybe other country, any other company that is in Japan along the line, do they support the war? I think you guys may not understand is that those company is not belonging to the USA. Sure, you can say that Starbucks is under USA or whatsoever along the line, but do you know that there is a company doing the so-called having a so-called the parents company that is owning the Japan franchise in Japan? And what is a franchise? It's basically owning the right to the name and recipe along the line and opening up in their own store. So in this case, there is a Japan owner who is have the franchise ownership to Starbucks in Japan. So does that mean that that Japan owner is a supporter of the war? Hard to know. You have to check it out yourself. But from what I know is that when you own a franchise, it does not mean that just because maybe some other countries McDonald's support the war does not mean that Japan McDonald's support the war. It is owned by different franchise owner, is a different person, so you can't go along the line of saying that, hey, when we boycott one company, we have to boycott all company. You look at the whole situation, it does not mean anything. It can be that unless you are trying to indicate that the company you want to indicate that it's a franchise owner, it does not mean anything, then you cannot say that yes, you should stop the war along the line. Because the thing is, right, franchise as a whole is technically that is owned by someone, a owner pay for the right to open the store. So unless the USA Starbucks decided to announce their support and Japan follow suit, then that is when you can say that yes, if the Starbucks do support, if Japan and USA support, then you have to boycott because supporting war is not a good thing. But then again, there is no clarification on that, and people just jump to conclusion thinking that, oh, we once boycott every single thing, even though it is in a different country. To then they just think out that they denying that fact. So in a sense, what I would say they are showing sign of the denial is that they do not accept this argument. But then again, they do come up with the reason that when it comes to one Starbucks, or it means all Starbucks. So to them, it's like one for all for one. It does not matter which one is it. So they are denying that and coming out with their own reality, their own reasoning, and that is the reason why I say that they seems to be showing sign of the third phase and the fourth phase. So does that mean that they are really mad? Maybe. It's just that it's very hard to reason with them. Personally, I would just walk away from them. Don't argue with that. But then again, if those are actual fan of Nijisanji or defender of Nijisanji, why would they go along the line of attacking Scarlet? The thing is, right, based on what I feel like giving her understanding that there is a boys called list of company that has attacked that has so-called support the war, and letting her understand that such a thing is happening, by letting her understand, then sure, I mean, like it can be done. I have a activities friend who is against deforestation, and I personally do not like forests to be destroyed in a way. But then again, deforestation, when we talk about deforestation, right? You don't go around saying that, hey, you burn forest is bad. You burn forest, you're also a bad person. Or which company also want to destroy more forests? Boys call them along the line. If you do it forcefully, you're technically putting out a war and forcing people against the war. And if you are actually on the receiving end, would you still accept it? Obviously you won't. So it's go both ways. You have to think of way to let people accept your view and let them see your view. If they see and understand your view, they will support you. But if you put it forcefully, people are just going to take it that you are giving your ideology or giving your propaganda onto someone else's mind. And if you can't accept other people's mindset, how would you think other people would think? It go both ways. They may not accept your point of view, which is the reason why sometimes when I talk about activities, in real life, I say that the fourth phase, the final phase, full denial, seems to be the so-called the key point to madness in a way. Is that sometimes people do not accept other people's point of view to the point they just downright think they are right, when often more than not, sometimes too right does not mean that they are totally right, or too wrong doesn't mean that they are both totally wrong. It also doesn't mean that when one is right, the other side is wrong. Or when one is wrong, it doesn't mean that the other side is also right. So all in all, the whole situation, when you look at the whole thing, right, one of those activities done just does not make sense in my view. Because when you start so-called attacking talent, trying to say so-called saying that, hey, if you eat the cake of Starbucks, mean you support the war along the line, I don't understand what they are thinking. So if people want to eat cake from a company, let them eat, let them enjoy. But understand that if you want them to understand that there is such a war happening and there is a boys called list, let her understand this, but do not force her to not eat the cake. Other people can do whatever they want. Scarlet can do whatever her want. I mean, like, if we use the rule of the first constitution of USA, all men are free, everyone is able to do whatever they want. Even if the bad guy want to do whatever they want, they can do whatever they want. If Scarlet want to do whatever she want, let her do whatever she want. If you force someone to understand your view, as well as forcing people to do what you think is right, then would you accept when other people forcing their view onto you? If you don't accept it, then it means that you don't have the right to do so. Because if you can't accept other people's view, you can't expect other people to do the same view as you. You have to go both ways. Which is the reason why I always tell people that sometimes one of the reasons why I do not tell other people to do, nor do I force people to do, is that often more than not, I may not be the one to do so. If I tell people, like, you don't hear me saying like, please go and sleep. If you guys, I will always advise my viewers that if they want to sleep, please go and rest. If you need sleep, I recommend you or advise you guys to go and have an early rest. I don't need them to stay in my live stream all the time, because I want the best for them. I want them to rest. But if I go to the point of saying, now go and rest, who am I? Your dad? Your mom? Your old man? Your grandma? No. I am just a person. So the thing is, right, when you think about it, right, forcing your view onto other or telling people to do whatever you think is right, it's just weird. The person may just choose to reject it. So the so-called defender of Nijisanji or the fan of the Nijisanji, going to the point of, in my maybe in some of the people saying will be hypocrite along the line, then it beg the question like, one question I will have to ask, are they truly the fan of Nijisanji? They can be as an anti of Nijisanji, they can also be hater of Nijisanji, they can also be hypocrite of Nijisanji defender. So all in all, when they are so called a fan of Nijisanji and they come out with such a thing, it kind of begs the question, is Nijisanji fan base crazy? Again, back to the video that I mentioned, the 4 key phase. Again, like I mentioned, they are really kind of on. They're really showing sign of third phase, which is the weird reasoning because of the way they're saying that, hey, you eat Starbucks cake, you support the war. That is weird reasoning. And then they saying that, no, you should not eat that. That is full denial. When people call them out, they denied it. And then after that will be the final line. Once they close that line, there is no way to save them. So it really begs the question, are they really crazy? In the video, I would say that they are being called berserk, weird, or crazy by other people because they are disrained in a way. But then again, what am I to say about them? Because the thing is, right, when you call other people out for eating a cake that is from Starbucks, if people want to eat Starbucks cake, let them be. If they want to eat McDonald's burger, let them be. If you want to be a vegan, no one's stopping you. You just want to eat vegan, go ahead. But some people just think along the line of going extreme. So often more than not, in my view, those people being called extreme is already beyond that final line. So a lot of people in that which Bluesquirrelvt some call them fan, Hero Hill call them the so-called, I'm pretty sure he was Hill's Red Sun also say is the fan. Hero Hill call them the defender. Lydia-san call them just the cancellator, I guess. So the thing is, right, when you see this kind of thing happening, are they those Nijisanji, are they truly the fan base that you guys think? I mean, like, the community within Nijisanji is already kind of like just seems to be showing sign of being weird, disrain, crazy along the line, and it just get more and more evident. But does that mean that one person represent everyone? Personally, I do not think so. But then again, when more and more view on Twitter and Reddit showing signs of people being disrained, being weird along the line, or coming out of reasoning that does not make sense along the line, it begs the question, what are they trying to prove? Even when Hugh-san saying that the defense backfired immensely, it really kind of begs the question when I look at the Reddit side, is that how can it be so disarrayed? How can they saying that their attempt to reason with the mass when like, the issue always stems from Nijisanji? I mean, like, more detail that I talk about Nijisanji situation in my in the video when Andrew-san from Legal Mindset talk about the contract, it got more and more worse when people start using the contract in a way. And again, some of the fans deny such a contract. Again, I thought about it that this is an unsigned contract, is a template contract. There may be changes to it, understandable. But then again, what do the defender them trying to prove? They just downright go to the fourth step, full denial. So it's really better question, like, why would they do such a thing? Why is this such a thing happening? And they kind of like everything just went down spiral to the point that it really better question, like, is the fan base downright crazy now? Some of them maybe, some of them not, I do not know. But then again, when you look at the fan base trying to cancel Scarlet along the line, it really begs the question, like, is the so-called fan truly a fan? Personally, I do not think so. And even more worse is that the next Nijisanji that is very likely to go would be the OG Nijisanji talents from the JP side, Moira-san. Moira-san is one of the OG from Nijisanji, the first generation. Mind you guys, first generation. And she is being so-called, by some people call it apparent stealth suspension, some call it stealth graduation along the line. But understand that she had put up a statement that she is going on a 1-year hiatus. And why I say that the host why does it seem very questionable is that the so-called hiatus mean that she is not streaming along the line. I believe Lydia-san talked more on the story, and it seems to in line to show how evil the CEO of Nijisanji can be, how the management is evil in a way, as well as how the contract that previously talked is also kind of like seems to be indicating as such along the line. More and more I will link up those videos in the description below, so you guys can check those out later if you are interested on. But understand that why would this whole situation seems to indicate very bad for Nijisanji as a whole is that if true, it just proves that a lot of people within Nijisanji wanting to get out, but slowly of thinking where to get out. So basically what happened along the line is that it seems that the reason why Moria-san wanted to graduate, also called get big or maybe get self-suspended along the line, is that it was due to some issue. More on Lydia video, so you guys can check her video out. But more on so that the fan was attacking the talents for so-called defending someone or supporting someone along the line. And again, back to the question, why would the so-called fan start attacking the talent? It just proved to show how evil the talent not just the talent the company is, but it shows how evil the fan base of Nijisanji are. Why? They come up with weird reasoning to attack a talent and denying them those talents of their human right. Because if you think about it, right, if you don't want to get bullied, why would you go to the point of bullying others? Does that make you feel good? Does that make you feel great? Just because you're able to bully others? That the thing is, right, if the other person deserve a punishment, making full noise does not escalate the thing or make the thing go over along the line. It just make the thing worse, because all in all, if the talent did something wrong, highlighting the situation, yes, spread the word, yes, I can understand. But going to the point of harassing someone or attacking the talents, that's just downright bad. That's just cyberbullying. That's just harassment. So all in all, it just proves how bad the fan base are, because they can go to the point of attacking a talent, even if they are the so-called defender of Nijisanji or whatsoever along the line. And one of the allegations, as stated in Lydia's video, which kind of rubbed me the wrong way, not saying that she said anything wrong, it's more towards how can the CEO or the management of Nijisanji do such a thing, and what is that thing? Well, the thing is, right, when Moria-san want to so-called graduate or leave the company, she is not given the option to do so, and the speculations go to a point that the reason why she is given a 1-year hiatus, normally you don't go on a 1-year hiatus out of nowhere, but because the thing is, right, when she is stated to have a 1-year hiatus, the talent behind Moria-san go to the point of having a new model, having a new IP and a new channel, and doing her own live stream as an indie. And she's just doing live streaming as if it's normal. It really begs the question, like, why can't she stream as Moria-san? Is there something issue being Moria-san as a Moria-san? Some people speculate that there is, and also people stating that she may be self-suspended along the line. But when you look at the whole situation, there is indicated by the talent behind Moria-san that she want to leave, and she can't leave. And why would that be the case? As taught by some people and Lydia-san as well, the contract play a huge part, which lead to that speculation. In the Article 27, it is stated that if you want to leave the company, you have to give a notice, which is not wrong. But then the question would be, in the contract, it is stated that you have to give out 12 months of salary or compensation in a way. So what actually many people kind of like guess, speculate, theorize along the line is that the 12-month hiatus is basically the so-called compensation from the talent to the company in a way. So any sales, any merch sales or any profit that is earned within that 12-month period, Nijisanji will get the full money. They won't pay a single deal to the tenants behind Moria-san. And you guys may say that it's evil, it's downright bad. It's all in the contract. She may have signed that contract. And again, like I said before, the contract of Nijisanji, if that is true, it will just screw the talents but benefit the company. And now that this thing had happened, it really begs the question like, did that contract exist? With the speculation of that being a case, Moria-san 1-year hiatus, it seems to enforce that yes, the contract that was leaked by Legal Mindset is 100% true. Why? Because things seems to make sense more and more. And if Nijisanji want to silence every single thing, again, this is an advice, whether they want to take it or not, or maybe people saying I'm just being downright evil as well, I would suggest that Nijisanji release Moria-san within the next 2 months. Best within that 1 month, but it's best within that 2-month period. Why would that be? Because it will just enforce that the contract is 100% correct, and if they want to debunk the contract, then they must release her. But if they choose not to release her, it just proves how true the contract is, and that is very, very bad and look bad on the company. And considering that Nijisanji is going to have a shareholder meeting within quite around this week, it just proves how crazy the whole situation is, and even not so good for the CEO of Anytala as well, which is Riku. Riku-san right now is already called evil by many people in a way, especially that there is also speculation or even rumors stating that the CEO of Anytala, Riku, is the one going around spreading the news that the talents behind Moria-san wanted to quit VTubing. But when you actually put up that rumor, it really begs the question like, why would the talent go to the point of creating her own model, her own IP, her own channel, and start live streaming again? It doesn't seem to show she is in any form of quitting as a VTuber. But if Riku-san do go to the point of putting up that rumor stating that the talent want to quit VTubing, then it begs the question like, who is in the right, who is in the wrong? It seems that Riku-san is really love to lie along the line, which I have been calling out a lot of time, that he is lying for years and years, and it is finally happening in a bad way, is that people are understanding that he's a liar. But again, that is speculation. Take it with a huge pinch of salt. Throw it the salt at the screen that you're watching right now if you need to. I mean, like, I'm just a demon cat giving my own take along that line. But then again, when you look at the whole situation, it seems to show that Nijisanji is really not good. The management not good, as well as the fan base even not good. So I mean, like, if you guys want me to say that they are all crazy, yeah, seems to be showing that line or talk along the line. But more and more about the fan base is that if they come up with weird reasoning already, going to the point of attacking the talents or saying along the line of coming out with controversy along the line, it just go to the point of just showing that how Nijisanji fan base it's not as wholesome as anything one thing. It can be just downright be one of the most toxic community in the world. And mind you guys, even if mind you guys, one thing is that this is only one part of the fan base. If there is like other fan base showing sign of like saying that no, there's no such thing happening, the question we have to ask is that, will you deny all those things that happen on online not true? It seems to be showing sign of being correct that Nijisanji fan base, the management and the CEO of Nijisanji is just downright bad. And even if you are a defender of Nijisanji and you're saying that there is no such thing, you have to understand that, can you even go to the point of calling out your allies in a way to saying that, hey, we should really rat out those so-called defender of Nijisanji, those people who is creating trouble or trying to put out false information about Nijisanji, or maybe to the point of saying that putting the Nijisanji in the bad light. And I can assure you guys, it's not those attacking Nijisanji or calling Nijisanji as a black company. It's those people trying to defend Nijisanji or the management of Nijisanji just downright doing crazy thing that is showing sign that they are being a black company. So before you start calling other people out, look within Nijisanji first. Does Nijisanji truly care about the talents? Does Nijisanji really care about the fan base in the first place? All in all, I will not think they care at all. But it seems that some fan base just want to be loyal fan base of Nijisanji, the way they go along a line of being downright obsession, just downright coming up with real reasoning, denying other people's point of view, and maybe crossing that final line. But then again, it's really bad the question, what were they thinking? It's really weird, at least in my view. When you're considering that when Uki-san talk about white man joke, hey, he's just joking, or the white man is not good, he's not racist. But when Scarlet go and eat Starbucks cake, oh no. So when Voss even go to the point of saying that I read the document, Nijisanji said, oh, no one read the document. It is not a form of bullying, I guess, in their view along the line. But then again, who am I to say? That is all just a random chat. But then again, I mean, like, it's all in all just seems weird to me, because my personal take is that, based on the fourth phrase, most of them seem to be showing the the third phase and the fourth phase is basically coming up with weird reasoning. I mean, like, look at the Twitter, look at the Reddit. I know some of them will say that, hey, their reasoning seems to justify. Yes, weird reasoning is bizarre to others, but logical to the person. And Nijisanji defender, Nijisanji fanbase seems to be showing sign of that third phase. The fourth phase, which is full denying, which is basically building up a mental fortress along the line, denying other people's point of view, only accepting their own reality. It just shows that how crazy or mad the Nijisanji fanbase is. And I mean, like, even when the evidence is showing in their face, they are not accepting it. It's just downright weird, and the fan base is just go to the point of being crazy. Even when they come up with weird reasoning, and people kind of like call it, like even Hyo-san saying like it backfired on them. But when you look at it, do the person who writes such defense accept that? Unlikely, very unlikely. All in all, I would just say that it's just downright bad. And what makes it even more worse is that people keep giving critique or even posting things on, even go to the point of posting on Reddit talking bad about the company. Nijisanji decided to just ban them. Mind you guys, just downright ban them. So it really begs the question that, what were they thinking? again, that's if you go to the point of ban someone, it means that you are giving the full denial, the final four step to madness. And the funny thing is, right, the Reddit mod for Nijisanji Reddit is mostly the talents themselves. And it really begs the question. I thought about this when, like, one of the talents, Luca-san, saying along the line of that he hate critic of Nijisanji. It really begs the question, like, did Luca-san is the was he the one person behind the ban on those critics? Because he's the one who, of all the talents, before talking about his hatred for the critic, so it really begs the question, is he the one banning all the critic, or maybe some of the other talents going to the point of trying to remove any post that is talking bad about the Nijisanji as a whole? Because the thing is, right, sometimes a little bit of critic can go a long way. If the critic seems to be objective or seems to be understandable, it can be a form to be used to do self-improvement, even if some of the critics seem harsh. But then again, Nijisanji go to the point of banning the critic. It just proves how petty Nijisanji can be, and it really kind of like make you wonder, those who talk bad about Nijisanji, are they truly just banned, or were they just removed just because they just want to highlight the issue about Nijisanji and they just been denied such a point? And you have to ask them, when you use the word called free speech, is it truly as per what they want? Sometimes free speech, even if it's critic, it may not be accepted by them. And all in all, I would just say that it's just weird. And even more so that when some of the defender of Nijisanji go to the point of attacking such a post, stating that, hey, you are just attacking Nijisanji, or you're just criticizing Nijisanji badly, or you're just a hater along the line, or anti along the line. Even when a person is giving a proper critic along the line, I mean, I mind you guys, often more than not, when I show my hatred for Nijisanji in a way, I still give them advice, things that they can do. Even if Nijisanji fanbase going to the point of being downright giving weird reasoning, or downright denying any alternative or point of view in their mind, I mean, number one, I will advise to all the fanbase of Nijisanji is seek some help. Understand that they have to move on from the hatred, they have to move away from the hatred, and understand that don't get too obsessive with things that is in real life. If the liver made a mistake, point it out, let them understand, or maybe let then be graduated on some of, like, educated on some of the things, understand that such a thing is happening over the world, and even when they hate it to understand it, let them search it out on their off stream. Don't force your idea, your propaganda, or whatsoever mindset into the live. If you want to do the point of just downright thinking that you're right and the live is wrong, I don't think they are a supporter of Nijisanji, because they are just downright evil. Because you are forcing your mindset that does not make sense. You are just trying to go to the point of putting your crazy mindset into other people. That's just downright bad. In my view, I would say it's evil, because if you think about it, right? If you think about it, if other people put their view onto you and you say it's bad and you think it's evil, vice versa, when you do the same thing to others, isn't it that it doesn't mean it the same way? Isn't it the go-to ways? Right? So all in all, it just show how the overall view in my take, just how Nijisanji fanbase are just crazy, is just downright bad. But again, Nijisanji management is already quite down bad already, is crazy along the line. But who am I to say? Again, it's just all random chat. It's just a view of an old man like me. But if you guys got your own view, your own take, write in the comment below, what do you guys think about the Nijisanji situation? Do you think that the fanbase is the problematic one? Or is the Nijisanji was the problem in the first place? Or who knows, I mean, like, maybe both go both ways. Don't forget to press the like button and subscribe for more random chat where I talk about stuff that I've never followed a single trend. But lately I've been talking about Nijisanji. Why? Because apparently a lot of people love to hear an old man like me talking about Nijisanji in many ways. But the one thing I would just say is have a good night or day. Bye.